Hey everybody, Craig with Single Length School, and we are back with another video. But today's video, we're doing something a little bit special, and I'm gonna tell you all about it when we come right back. All right, guys, so today is a special day. A lot going on, but before we get into exactly what we're gonna cover today and how today works, I want to make sure if you're new to the channel and you haven't been with us before, or you've been seeing some of the videos but are not yet a subscriber, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell so you know when we release a new video or we go live with a video. And don't forget, everybody, you can check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Single Length School, over on Twitter at One Length School, or you can always shoot me an email, singlelengthschool@gmail.com. So this past week for us has been a really big week. Let's start off with the first thing is, if you guys follow me on social media, then you know I had a reporter here local to me. We went out, tested some single length irons, my one length irons, just to see what he thought of them. And Matt and Pittsburgh Golf Now, great guys. Matt's a really good golfer. So if you guys haven't seen that article yet, check it out. I have it linked on social media accounts, or you can check it out at pittsburghgolfnow.com. That was something fun that I did earlier this week. Now for the big news. And as you can see, my wife got behind me some special balloons because, guys, we hit 500 subscribers this week. And I can't tell you guys how much that means to me, how much validation that brings, and how proud it makes me to be doing what I'm doing to help everybody golf smarter, not harder, as we always say. And I will give full credit. That saying comes from my beautiful wife, Katie. Again, thank you to each and every one of the subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's watched the videos, follows us on social media. There was a time where I didn't know if I was going to continue the channel when I started doing my addition, building my addition. I took the hiatus last year, and when I came back, my beautiful wife really said, you know, go for it, do it. So Katie, thank you. Brock and Minka, I know when I'm filming or out on the golf course, you know, sometimes I kind of get tied up. So thank you guys for being patient with me. But again, thank you to all of my followers. Thank you everybody for watching the channel, and I figured today we'd do something a little bit special. Now next week we'll get back to the tips, and I've got a bunch of tips lined up. We're gonna get some bunker tips for you. We're gonna get, you know, shot shaping. We're gonna get a bunch of different things rolling here, but I wanted to take the time and kind of pay back some stuff to everybody that follows and reaches out and asks questions. And guys, I absolutely love the questions. So we're going to do, in honor of 500 subscribers, an 18-hole Q&A. So what I did is I sat down with my daughter. We picked out 18 of the best questions that aren't necessarily golf related that I want to answer for you guys today. There's some personal questions. There's some different golf questions. But I want to do this as a payback to everyone for watching the channel, and some of you guys that ask questions that I don't always get to answer to. So what do you say? Let's get started. Let's get rolling. So number one actually does come from my lovely daughter, Minka. She asks me this all the time, wants to know why I talk to her and tell her to relax before she hits her golf shot all the time. And she wants to know why and how that helps you hit a better shot. So simply put, when you relax and your body's a little more calm, the tension in your muscles goes away, and that allows you to swing a little bit more freely, make better contact, and actually hit the ball a little bit further. When you really tense up, try to hit the ball as far as you can, you're not going to get the results you're looking for. So take a deep breath, relax, and then swing. Question number two. And guys, you know, if you've asked the question. I don't have all the names here of everybody that's asked the questions, but again, thanks for sending in the questions. Keep doing so. I love chatting with you guys. I feel like you guys are my friends. So number 2, the favorite course I've ever played. There's a few that I really like. I mean, locally, you guys that don't know me, haven't seen some of the videos, that aren't fully familiar with where I am. I actually live just outside of Pittsburgh. So Oakmont Country Club's down the road. Never been there. But my favorite local course is probably that I've played is a course called Totter Ridge. It's out in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. If you guys ever get the chance, it's a link style course. It's a Reese Jones course. Plays over 7,000 from the tips. It's held some USGA qualifiers. Last year it held NCAA regionals for Division II. Tough course, challenging course. My favorite local course. Favorite course I've played overall, I've got to go down to the Island course at Innisbrook Resort down just outside of Tampa in Palm Harbor, Florida. My buddy lives there. We're able to get into the resort a little bit when I get down there. That course has hosted some Champions Tour events, some women's events, some LPGA events. It was a beautiful course. It was stunning. It was difficult, but overall, it was my favorite course to play. And yes, Innisbrook is also host to the Valspar over on the Copperhead course. Never been able to get on Copperhead just because when I'm down there, it's about the same time as the event. So the Island course is my favorite overall course. This is a good one, my lowest round ever. I can tell you all about the times I've shot in the hundreds, but my lowest round ever would be a 2 under. 2 under 70 is my lowest round ever. Actually, it's funny, yesterday I had a great shot to beat that. I was sitting at 4 under with a few holes to go, a couple double bogeys, a couple mistakes knocked me back, finished even. But 2 under is my best round ever. Number 4, my coolest golf moment ever. Coolest golf moment ever is probably watching my daughter at Drive, Chip, and Putt. Is my daughter Minka. She has her moments. She's 8 years old. Who can blame her? But when she's focused in and locked in, that is something to be seen. Actually, just the other day, had her out on the course. Courses are a little firm because we're kind of in a drought here in the area. 8 years old, I measured one off, measured a drive off. It was 225. For an 8-year-old, that's insane. She absolutely crushed it. Lately, she's been consistently hitting over 200 yards with her driver. So her tours, she's really shortening the course. We get into tour season in August with her, but the coolest moment is watching her drive, chip, and putt, win her local qualifier last year. Unfortunately, this year with everything going on, they were canceled. But seeing her do well is actually probably the coolest moment for me because it makes me a proud papa. Number 5, my current clubs and my lengths on my clubs. So going down through the bag, I'll run down through them and I'll run down through the lengths. Cobra F9 driver at 44.5 inches long. Cobra F8 3-wood, an inch shorter than standard, so I believe that's 42.5. And then my irons, Cobra Forge Tech Black, all at 8 iron length, so 37 inches, not 37.5. 64-degree wedges in the bag. That is the standard 64 wedge, so that is a lot shorter than my irons. And then the putter is a Bettinardi BB28, standard length, standard grip. So that's what's in the bag, and those are the current sizes. Number 6, because I play the 44.5-inch driver, the question is, can a shorter driver help you improve your driving? Simple question or simple answer is yes. A lot of times shorter clubs help you find the center of the face, which helps you be more accurate. Sometimes accuracy improves your distance. So can a shorter driver help you? Yes, it can. I don't recommend cutting the driver right away, but grip down on it if you're having trouble finding the fairway. Grip down an inch or two. See if that improves your accuracy, and if so, then go ahead and cut it. Course I wish I could play. This is a good one because I've actually got two on my bucket list. One, Oakmont, because it's in the backyard. It's 15 miles away. It's a very difficult course to get on, but there's a lot of history with Oakmont and the U.S. Open and, you know, a lot of Western Pennsylvania history. So Oakmont is one on my bucket list, which I actually think is very doable with the right connections. Number two, St. Andrews. Why not? You know, the home of golf. My home course. My home course is actually just outside of Pittsburgh in a little town called Murraysville. My home course is Murraysville Golf Club. Not overly long, but very, very challenging. It's very tight, very narrow. I think our widest fairway is about 25 yards wide, so it really makes you think off the tee box. There's not a lot of good places to miss on the course, so accuracy is at a premium. It plays about 6,000. If we really stretch it out, it's about 6,200 from the tips, depending on pin locations. A lot of up and down, a lot of fairway sloping left to right. Greens are really challenging. So Murraysville Golf Course, it is a public golf course. If you guys are in Western Pennsylvania, want a good municipal challenge, that's one to check out. My indoor setup, good question. Since I've got the addition done, I finished it, you know, just beginning of the year here. What's my indoor setup? Simply, I take my PC. I've got the Golf Club 2019 simulator. I've got a SkyTrack, set up my net, hook up my computer to the TV for easy up and down, so I can convert the addition back into living space when I'm done golfing. Number 10, my best tournament finish. Simply put, I've never played one. Why? I don't know. I want to be able to confidently say when I enter a tournament that I've got a great shot at winning. I'm very competitive, so I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm going to go out and embarrass myself. I get a lot of nerves golfing around new people. Even in my golf league, first half of my first year of golf league last year, I was super nervous, couldn't play the way I wanted to. Once I calmed down, then I started, you know, shooting better scores and really winning my matches. I'm planning on next year trying to enter a couple amateur tournaments. So, but as of date, 36 years old, not one golf tournament under my belt. Number 11, goals of mine. I just want to continue to strive to get better. I'm not looking to really greatly increase my driving. I just want to continually shoot better. I'm always looking for a new personal best. And on top of that, you know, my goals, as I just said, covering the tournaments is, you know, I want to get in a couple tournaments next year, really challenge myself, really push myself. They've just got to line up with my daughter's tournaments. This is a good one. What's the most I've ever spent on golf clubs? It's probably the most recent set. I've been very frugal when it comes to buying clubs. So, you know, the current setup in my bag is, you know, probably a total of $2,000. But at one go round, when I bought the Forge Tech Black Irons, that's the most I've ever spent at one time. You know, about $800 or $900, whatever I think it was. And it was a Black Friday deal. That's why I pulled the trigger. But yeah, the current setup in my bag is the most expensive my bag's ever been. The funniest thing I've ever seen on the course. You know, I've got to go a ways back for this one. But back when we were about 21, 22, somewhere in there, me and some of my best friends were in a scramble. There was some drinking involved, and it was an early morning, so there was a lot of dew on the course. I was driving, tried to stop as I drove past the ball we needed to pick up. slammed on the brakes in the dew, spun the cart around, and my playing partner, my buddy, went flying. He actually barrel rolled with a beer in his hand and somehow did not spill a drop of the alcohol. So, you know, that's probably the funniest thing I've ever seen on the course. How many holes in one? Number 14. 0. 0 on the course, 1 on the simulator. I've not been lucky. I've been close, within, you know, a foot, couple inches here and there, but never been fortunate enough to get the golf gods to blow one in for me. Number 15, when and how did I start golfing? I started at age 8 for my 8th birthday. My grandfather and my great-grandfather gave me a hand-me-down set of junior clubs. Started then and haven't looked back. Number 16, what do I do for a living? Well, believe it or not, I don't do this for a living. I actually make 0 money off this YouTube channel. I've got to double my subscribers before I can ever make a dime. So first of all, next goal is 1,000 so I can actually start trying to make some money off this YouTube page. But what do I do outside of the channel? I do marketing. I have a business partner. We own a marketing company, a business consulting company. So we've got some clients we do some different things for, but that's what I do outside of this. Number 17, I get this question frequently. Do I do lessons? I'm always willing to help somebody that wants to learn single length or one length irons. So the short answer for that is yes. If you're in the Pittsburgh area, you want to give me you want to do something in person, send me an email, hit me up on social media. Same thing. If you're somewhere around the world and you want to do something, I'm always more than happy to set up an online lesson, a video lesson, whether it's Zoom, Skype, FaceTime. We can always work something like that. All you have to do is contact me, and as I wrap up, I'll give you the ways you can contact me as well. Number 18, my favorite on-course moment. So last question is sentimental. Kind of goes back to how I got started in the game. My grandfather got me in the game, got me my first set of clubs, and you know, we never really lived close. He's lived kind of all around and moved for work, so it took a long time. And even as we were able to connect a little bit more, I got older, started my own family, would meet up with them vacations, and they're coming in. We were only golfing together a few times a year. At one point, he was a 2 handicap. And even into my 30s, I could not beat him. We'd go out on the course, couldn't beat him at all. And so finally, about 3 years ago, we were at the Outer Banks, which isn't far from their house. They came out to meet us. Him and I played a round out there together at the Currituck Club. And I managed to finally beat him, even taking a quad on the 18th hole. I finally did take him down for the first time. Since then, you know, I've got a few more in the bag here, but you know, because it's somebody I respect. You know, my grandfather's done a lot for me, helped guide me and mold me in many ways that I can't thank him enough for. So finally being able to beat him, even though it took a long time, is my proudest on-course moment. So Pap, I know you're gonna watch this, so thank you for that. Thank you for everything you've done, because I've got to thank you as well for getting me into the game. And guys, my grandfather's also been instrumental in me adapting and adopting and learning the single length or one length idea. He's an engineer, so physics along the lines of Bryson, it all made sense to him. You know, so he's always given me some advice and backed me on that as well. So special thanks to my Pap. Again, guys, if you have questions, want to connect with me, like I said, we're getting back to the tips next week. I just wanted to thank everybody, do something a little bit special, answer some questions I normally wouldn't answer on the channel. Thank everybody for helping me get to 500 subscribers. That's all credit to you guys. And again, credit to my beautiful wife, Katie. my daughter Minka, my son Brock, for allowing me to do this, allowing me to take a little bit of extra time from the week to shoot these videos, get out on the course, work on my game so I can give you guys better tips. Again, if you want to connect with me on Facebook, on Instagram at Single Length School, over on Twitter at One Length School. You can email me, singlelengthschool@gmail.com. And as always, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications bell. Let's take this 500, let's double it by the end of the year. Let's say come December 31st, we're 1,000 subscribers. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell anybody that golfs, come check out the channel, come learn why they should play single length or one length irons, or better yet, I also do tips for everybody. So tell them, stay tuned, subscribe, check out the tips, check out the videos. We got a lot more things coming. We've got a lot of room to grow. So let's do it, guys. What do you say? Let's golf smarter, not harder. Thanks again, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. And let's do another video at 1,000. Take care. See you in the fairway.